Good evening. Welcome to Pat's Card Corner. Sorry I'm a few minutes late, but it's just kind of been a crazy day, like always. But I'm kind of excited to get going, and this project is super easy, super fast, and not going to take you any time at all. And if you need to make a whole bunch of these, it's really easy to do that. So if you are watching, please say hi. Send me a heart, thumbs up, something, and we are going to go ahead and get started. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you what you need to make our little treat holder. So a lot of times all treat holders are all, filled with candy and chocolates and all that kind of stuff. But if you have kids in school, or even just, somebody you want to give something a little different to, what we're going to make is like a little Valentine treat holder, but it has pencils in it. So, and who doesn't like sparkly pencils and fun pencils? So, hey Laura Lee, hey Meg. So anyway, so we're going to make a little holder to kind of hold these for Valentine's, and hope you like it. So, I'm going to tell you the supplies we're going to use, and also I am going to use this Sweet Conversation stamp set. It is one of the new items that's in the January to June mini catalog, and it's got, all kinds of obviously fun Valentine things, and it looks like, conversation hearts. So we're going to use this to do just a little bit of decorating on the front, and so let's get started. Okay, so first you're going to need a piece, and I didn't even write the measurements down because I haven't been home today, except for the last half hour. So I've been trying to get my stuff together. So I'm going to write it as we talk. So you will need a piece of cardstock. I am using Real Red, and this piece is, here's my little thing here, is 3.5 by 5.5. So, and then we're going to do some scoring on that. So you'll need one piece that is this size, and then you're going to need a piece of designer series paper, and it is going to go lengthways. You can tell that I have a directional pattern, so mine is, up like that. And this piece is 1 1/8 by 5 1/8. So it doesn't take very much designer series paper to make these, so you can make a whole bunch, or cardstock, and you can make a whole bunch of these, and for a very minimal cost, which is great if you have kids in school and you need 25 little treat things. So the pencils, they're just these are Valentine pencils. I actually purchased them at Dollar Tree, and you get, I think, 12 in a pack. So you can make 3, because we're putting 4 in our little holder for $1. So, it's like 33 cents a piece. And so you can make this whole thing for probably like 50 cents worth of stuff, or supplies. So anyway, and we also need a scrap, because we are going to do a little stamping. So we do need a little piece of scrap paper. I also used, and I already die cut these. These are the tailored tags, and if I had my stuff out, I could show you. These are what they look like. They're some of my favorite things. They came out with these. They're in the annual catalog, but you can use them for anything. So I cut 2 different sizes, which is this one and this one. So it's the 2 smaller ones with the kind of squared off corners. You can also cut some rectangles and then just cut off the tops on the sides. Use a hole punch to make a hole punch if you don't have these dies, but you can use these for all kinds of stuff. I used them a lot at Christmas, obviously, so they make great birthday tags, all that kind of stuff. So those are the tags I used, and then we also need some ribbon or some twine. So I actually have this ribbon, which is from the annual catalog. It was part of the want to say Pampered Pets, but somehow that doesn't sound right. But it also comes with some black and white twine. And then I also have some Real Red. This is the faux linen ribbon. It's Real Red. So anyway, so that's what you need. So you can ribbon, twine, anything of your choice. I'm going to put that away so I write on myself. So I'm going to put this stuff away. Put these back on my magnet so I don't lose them. So somebody asked me how I did my little magnet card things. These are actually magnetic vent covers that I got at my local home. I think I bought these at Home Depot. You can buy them at Lowe's, any kind of home, but they're magnetic, and I just cut them down to size. The little piece of cardboard that the dies come attached to, I just cut around it and then attach it right to that so it's a little bit thicker, and then I just slide it right back into the envelope with a little tag on it. So I know a lot of people spend a lot of money on magnetic sheets, but you know, these work really well and you can get a whole lot for not a lot of money. So there's that. In case you don't have a way to store yours, it works great. All right, so I'm going to move my little pencils. I like those pencils. They're so shiny. And move my tags. This is my thing. And we're going to do a little scoring on this. And then we're going to put it together too. So, okay. So, let me get my, I'm actually going to use because this is kind of a small piece of paper, I'm actually going to use my Simply Scored to do it. I score with this a lot at home. Usually on video I use my paper trimmer, but I'm actually going to use this. So we are scoring on the short side, so you want the short side up at the top, and we're going to score this at 1/2 an inch. You get my two ends here. So this is 1/2 inch. Then we are also scoring it at 3/4 of an inch. So it's kind of skinny, which is kind of why I did it. We're scoring it at 2 inches, and we're scoring it at 2 1/4 inches. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of go over that again. So we're scoring it at 1/2 an inch, at 3/4 of an inch, at 2 inches, and at 2 1/4 inches. And then we are going to turn it clockwise, and we are going to score it at 1/4 of an inch. So that's pretty small. Okay, so that's 1/4 of an inch right along the bottom. So we scored it short ways, and then we turned it clockwise and scored it at 1/4 of an inch. Okay, that's it. Now I'm going to put this away. Okay. And now we need scissors. Paper snips. These come in very handy. And the only piece we're going to actually cut off of this is this teeny little rectangle right at the bottom. So we're just going to cut this teeny little piece right off. That's it. That's the only cutting we're doing. See, teeny piece. And then you need to get your bone folder out, and then we're going to crease this really good. So everywhere you scored it, you're going to crease it. So going to crease it there. You can tell it's really skinny. See, very skinny, but you know, pencils are skinny. Score it there, and one more. And then we are going to, on the bottom, we're also going to fold that up. Fold that, and then we are going to do just a little bit of cutting. So this is, I guess you need to get your scissors out again, your paper snips out again, and we're just going to cut only up to the score line on this little bottom, little 1/4 inch strip down here. We're just going to cut right up to the score line. So they're teeny little flaps. There we go. I don't know if you can kind of see that. I'll kind of fold them up and down so you can kind of see where they are. I don't know if you can get my hands out of the way. Less stuff in the way. So if you can kind of see where we cut it and where we scored it, make it a little more light. That might help. Okay, so now we are going to put some tear and tape on this edge right here. This is the edge where we cut it off. We're going to put it right along the score line. So I'm going to get my tear and tape out. Just trying to get away from me there. And put it right there. Just right along the edge. Right along the score line. Okay. And then I just kind of go over it. It makes it easier to get off. And we're just going to peel that off. And then we're going to just kind of fold that over. I turned it over, so my tape is right here. So I flipped it over. I'm going to fold that down. And I'm going to kind of fold this over so that it meets right on the edge. Makes a tiny little box. Tiny, skinny little box. There we go. And then you can kind of press it down so it presses down really good, and you can see I have a tiny, skinny little box. And this is the other end, and this is where we're going to fold it all in. So there it is. This is where my back edge is. So I want this to be the back. So I'm going to fold those two little pieces in, and then we are going to fold this piece in, and then we're going to fold this piece in, and that's going to make the bottom of our box. I am going to put a little piece of tear and tape on there. So if you have skinny tear and tape, which I do, but it's not Stampin' Up brand, but you can take this and just cut it in half long ways. So you have a little skinny piece. And I'm going to put that little skinny piece right on this piece. This is on the first flap that I folded in. I'm going to cut that off because I did it too long. There we go. I think tear and tape sometimes holds a little better than the multi-purpose glue sometimes, and we don't want pencils to fall out of the bottom of our box. So then we're just going to fold it over just like that. And there's our little box. And if you want, you can kind of stick your bone folder in and just kind of press it down so you get it down really good. Oh, I'm so glad you like my projects. I have fun making them. So I really like 3D things. So anyway, there is your little box. Now you need your piece of designer series paper. That is going to go right on the front, just like that. So we're just gonna glue that down. Although that's kind of pretty too. This paper is the Sweet Talk designer series paper. Obviously it has lots of hearts and other patterns on it. So this side over here looks very Eastery to me because it's got all the fun colors, but I wanted hearts, and I do want to put it on right side up. So this is the top of my box, so I want it to go, my paper to be right side up. I almost put it on upside down. That's not good. And you're just going to kind of center it on there. Just kind of press it down really good. Okay, so there's your box. I go ahead and put my pencils in now because it's easier to wrap, and you'll see that the 4 pencils fit in it just like that. They do stick out of the top because you do want to see them, you know. So now we are ready for a little bit of decorating, a little bit of tags. So I took a piece of ribbon, and I'm just going to cut a piece off. I'm just going to wrap it around, tie it in a bow. So I'm going to show you a couple different options, but you can just tie it in a bow at the top. I'm telling you, this is like fast and easy. And get that, there we go. kind of make it a little smaller because we don't want it too big. There we go. And probably cut some of this off. Still got my other piece of tear and tape stuck on my paper snips. Let me take that off. Now they're stuck on my hand. Hello. All right. Now I have tear and tape on my hand. Right. Trying to get that off there. And cut a little bit off of this side. So if you want to, you could just make this like a to from little tag to go on the front. So, but we are going to do just a little bit of stamping, and there's a couple different ways that you can decorate this. So I'm just going to show you maybe one or two. So if you want, you can just stamp Happy Valentine's Day on this. And we do have, get my scrap piece here, throw that away. This is the stamp from, where's my stamp set? Got my light on top of it. Happy Valentine's Day. Obviously it's too long because it will not, it's longer than this, but if you stamp on it and then cut the pieces apart, you can make it fit on there. So I'm just going to stamp on this and just going to do it down here at the bottom so I don't have to do as much cutting. So there's your Happy Valentine's Day. You can cut this on your you know, not paper snips if you don't think you're cutting very well. You can just cut the words apart. You can cut them crooked, on an angle. Let's do this one on an angle. There we go. And then you can just put them, whoops, I can make them, need to make these a little skinnier. So they will fit because the tag's kind of little. There we go. Had to make that smaller. And gotta do it this, gotta cut upside down because I'm a lefty and I need to see what I'm cutting. I don't have a lot to hold on to. So there we go. Valentine's Day. And that a little angle too. Okay, there we go. And let me find my dimensions because you know you have, if it's made by me, you have to come out, you have to have dimensionals. So. Go find my little, I'm gonna put this away before I get my hand in it. I'm good at that. Just my little take your pick tool so that I can get this on the back without it showing. I need to turn it the other way. Hold on. If you turn it the right way, they'll fit on there. So you gotta have the flat edges going that direction. There we go. You know, it's like engineering stuff here. We need one for the happy. Put that right in the middle. One for the day. Hello, where'd it go? Oh no. Oh, there it is. It kind of flew away from me there for a minute. So how's everybody doing out there in Facebook land? Okay, whoops, that's the day. So we need happy first. So you can kind of put that on there however you want. Put happy. And use Valentine's. me see. Nope, I'm gonna need to move this. I decided. I'm gonna put the Valentines right in the middle. The happy over here. The day on the other side. Oop. Hello. They're tiny pieces, so sometimes it's kind of hard to get it going. And then you can put it together. You can use a piece of twine, which, or a piece of this, which is what I'm going to use. And I'm just going to fold it in half. Put it through here. Put it through the other one. I think I did this right. There we go. And then I'm just going to pull the ends through so that it'll just kind of dangle on there. And then all you need to do is just put it underneath your ribbon over here. Just put the wrong piece in first. Hold on. Let me get it here. I got it. Let me move that out of the way. And then you can just tie it on in a little knot underneath. So super easy if you want to do that. Okay, so that's one. You could do it just real simple like that. I'm going to take this off for a second because I wanted to show you something different that you could do. And I need the same piece of tag because I could go cut another piece, but you know this is so much easier just to use the same piece again. Because, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to take this off here. You can do that. That was one. If you want to, you can take, here's another tag. If you have matching another piece of this paper, you can put it right on here. This piece right here, this tiny little piece right here, is 1 inch by 2 1/4. And it fits right in between the stitched lines of this tag. So that's 1 inch by 2 1/4. So I'm going to actually go ahead and glue that down for this one. And I'll cut another tag for my other one. And then you can use your little scrap paper. Move that out of the way. And your stamps. There's some really cute little heart stamps on here. And we can, let's just pick one. Let's pick Hug Me, because I kind of like that one. So there are 2 stamps for this. There is the one that does the outline, and then there's one that'll do a background color. So I'm going to stamp this in pink, and then stamp the other part in red. And as soon as I get my box, I will do that. Oh yeah, I cut the dimensionals in half too. And I also, you can tell, I use the outside around here to cut and make little skinny ones too, so you can do that too. So when you're using these sheets, you know, don't throw the edging part away. I cut it into small little pieces and use it again. So hopefully you all do that too. So, all right, so I have a little bit of Blushing Bride ink, and I'm going to just stamp a heart. Just stamp it on there, and then I'm going to stamp the other part in red, in real red, right on top. And because they're photopolymer stamps, you can see right on top of that, and hopefully I can get it where I can kind of see it. If I don't get it right, you can always make another one. That's what I love about these. There we go. It says Hug Me. And then you can die cut this out. You can, but you know, I got my scissors right here, so it's probably a little bit faster. But there are dies that match this. I do have them. In fact, they're sitting right here on my desk, right next to me, pretty much. And you can run this through your mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, so you don't have to get your big one out. But at the moment, this is just a little bit faster. So then you can, whoops, we need 2 of them on here. So let's do one more that says, how about Best Friends Forever? That one's always fun too. All right, so we're going to do that again. We're just going to make one more. I don't know why I thought that would fit right in the middle. You can do a bigger one if you want. So where am I? Hello. I lost my place there. You can also stamp the outline. You can just do the outline. You don't have to. Which ink is that? Yep, red. Remove that out of the way. Stamp the red first, and then you can stamp the other one on top. So you can do it either way. You can stamp the background first, or you can stamp the other part first. Can't tell if I got it on the right spot. Hope that's right. Yep, close enough. Close enough. Now I'm just going to cut this one out too. Of course, if you want maybe to look, if you aren't good at fussy cutting, you might just want to just die cut these. So, but yeah. Kind of messed up a little right here. There we go. Put this away. Oop, hit my lamp. And then you can just put those on with some dimensionals. And I'm just going to use the bigger ones and put one on the back of each. And you can, I'm going to put them this way since the tag's going to kind of hang down. You can put them sideways if you want, or this direction. Then this one would go on top of this. Use the same ribbon. Of course, you would have another one. I just have one box cut out, that's why, otherwise I would make 2. So you would thread it through both, pull the ends through, and then tie that onto your box. And you can use twine for this if you want. You don't have to use another piece of ribbon. You could just thread this through the real red ribbon and not have 2 pieces. So you can tie this either in a bow or a knot, and then just cut off the ends, and it'll just kind of hang right on there. There you go. And if you don't want long ends on it, just cut it off closer to the end, and it gets kind of hidden behind your bow. Oops, I kind of grabbed that. Hello, come on. Scissors have tape on them, so there we go. And there you have a cute little pencil thing. If you wanted to make sure that your pencils don't fall out, as soon as I find it, you can get at your local craft store, or I also buy them from clearbags.com. They're little 2x, I think they're 2x10 bags, and these fit right inside there. So I'm trying to find my bag. Yep. Here's my little bag. And you can just slide this right in. That way it doesn't get messed up if you want to, or your pencils won't fall out. And it'll just kind of fit right inside. Sometimes you need to make my bow a little smaller so it doesn't get smashed in the inside the bag. There we go. Cut that off a little bit. There we go. You just made the bow smaller. You just put it inside your little bag. Fold your bow pieces in so they don't get too smashed. Hello. There we go. And then you can just tie this with another piece of your ribbon. Right around the top. And that way, you know, your kids can give them out, or you can give them out to other people if you want. So, but that way the pencils won't, not that they fall out, actually they fit in there pretty tight, so, but if you want to package it up, there you go. Cut the ends off, and you have a cute little treat to give to somebody, or maybe you're making a little basket that's got candy and other stuff in it, and this will fit right in. So there you go. That's my project for tonight. So I hope you like that, and I hope you'll give it a try. And, you know, like I said, it's very low cost if you're looking for something just kind of fun to give people. Somebody told me that you can also fit a really, I'm trying to remember the name, a Charleston Chew candy bar in there, because they're very long and skinny. So you could probably fit other things in there, maybe some licorice. I'm not sure, but I kind of like the pencils just for fun. So there you go. So I hope you have a great evening. Hope you like this project and give it a try, and hope you have a great evening and a good day, and stay safe. See you next time. Bye, Laura. Bye, Meg.